so good to see you.
Thank you.
At the Memory Center of Richmond, Angie Pazek greets residents whose faces light up when they see her.
Would you like to join us for music and yoga?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to walk with us to the activities room? Okay, come on with me.
The residents likely don't recall Pazek's name. They're in various stages of Alzheimer's and other dementias. But they do know the joy she brings when she comes to teach Uke and Yoga.
So I'm going to play some songs that I hope you're familiar with, and I invite you to share your voice and sing along with me this morning, okay?
In the Memory Center's theater, Pazek sits in front of a dozen residents and a handful of staff. As the musician and singer strums her purple concert ukulele, residents join in. Some sing along, others tap their feet. Some do both. Pazek chooses songs that were popular when the residents were young adults, tapping into happy moments of the past.
Music is the last part that a person with dementia loses. Music appreciation is the last part of what a person with dementia loses. And it can do many things for them. When they're singing with a group of people, it can help them feel part of a community. It can bring back memories of times that were very fond for them, that brings them comfort in their day.
So I'm not just a musician, I'm also a yoga teacher, and I would love to share about yoga with you today and then invite you to do yoga with me.
After a few songs, Pazek transitions to seated yoga. She shares a little background on yoga first, that it's a practice of movement, breathing, and meditation to bring together the mind, body, and spirit.
So if it feels good in your body, sit up as tall as you can comfortably in your seat, and your feet flat on the floor, and your hands in your lap. And everybody take a deep breath in, and let out.
Pazek used to be a paralegal. Visiting her grandmother, who also has dementia, sparked the idea for Uke and Yoga.
It all started very organically out of love. She, even before she was diagnosed with dementia, was not necessarily the most pleasant person all of the time. And so when dementia became a part of her everyday life, it was pretty difficult to be able to be with her.
At her grandmother's bedside, Pazek started guiding her through gentle movements and stretches. When she was learning ukulele, she'd bring it along and they'd sing. And her grandmother started to change.
So I started to notice that when I would sing to her, or when I would sit by her bed and just hold her hand and talk to her about breathing, that there was a noticeable difference in her disposition.
Pazek knew she was onto something. She asked the facility if she could try a group session. She observed what songs and words provoked positive responses and which ones didn't. She read lots of books on dementia and music, dementia and yoga, yoga and physical healing. In just a couple years, the classes have spread to more than 25 care facilities in Richmond, including one that serves brain injury patients.
I look at all of the people that I serve and I see them all as my family. And I think that that's also what comes through, and I think that might be what makes me a little bit different than somebody else who might come in, is that I'm coming with love. And I'm not afraid to talk to any of the friends that I serve, and they greet me with as warm of a welcome as I greet them. I get hugs, and sometimes I get kisses on the cheek, and grandmother pats, and sometimes I feel like I get more out of it than I give to them, and it's truly a blessing to get to do this.
Inhale. Again, inhale. Slowly reach your hands up above your head just as high as they'll go comfortably, and then bring them back down.
The Memory Center's Beth Ann Elamgari says they've observed a positive impact on residents, who she calls friends. It's helped lessen sundowning, a term for confusion and anxiety dementia patients experience as the day wears on.
So on days that Angie comes and we do the breath work and we do Uke and Yoga, I have noticed in some of my friends a decrease in those symptoms. So what she's doing is working.
Elamgari and Pizek started something new, a ukulele jam band with Memory Center residents. The set list includes Row, Row, Row Your Boat and This Little Light of Mine. They might not hit the right notes, but that doesn't matter. They're contributing and connecting.
It's just wow. I mean, when you see Angie and what she does, it's so calm, yet it checks all the boxes for what you want for your friends. You know, the breath work and the engagement and even with the Uke Jam Band, you're instilling that engagement and that sense of purpose, the involvement and the fellowship, and we're all working together as one unit to create this music. It's really a wow factor. So.
I feel like the part that yoga kind of fits into is the breath work of yoga. We breathe when we sing, and we're not necessarily aware of the breath, especially when we're just singing casually like You Are My Sunshine, but it's causing the body to work, and it's making the body time when it breathes in and how it breathes out, and it helps to increase the lung function, and I feel like there's so much benefit looking at it from the yoga standpoint and bringing the music in with it. It's a way that I can bring the yoga in without it being actually yoga in the sense of it, being called yoga, but it is a form of a practice with the music with it as well.
I saw the splendor in the moonlight of Honolulu Bay. There's something tender in the moonlight.
Elamgari says the sessions have also sparked residents to recall and share memories. In another facility, a staff member noticed that nonverbal residents who didn't seem active during the class would do the breathing exercises in the evening on their own. Pizek has also observed residents learning the words to a song she loves to play, Ukulele Lady.
It's so neat to know that we may not see what's happening when we're in a session, and we may not see what's happening at all, but then all of a sudden the person begins to open their eyes.
Pizek is looking into having research done on the impacts of Uke and Yoga sessions on dementia patients. With evidence of the benefits, she hopes it will spread to more facilities in the Commonwealth and beyond. For Virginia Currents, I'm Catherine Komp, WCVE News.